to the Teach with Tech webinar series, part of the offering of Tech-enabled teachers community. This series happens every month, and we've had this is the fifth one, if I'm not mistaken. And I hope that every one of us that have been participating in all of this, we've been benefiting from it, and it's been um, inspiring and informative for each one of us. Okay, somebody says my volume is low. Can you hear me clearly? Can you all hear me clearly? Is my volume
Yes,
low? Somebody said
yes,
my volume.
it's
Volume
okay.
is okay now.
All right. Okay. So if you think my volume is low, maybe you should increase the volume on your device. All right. So today we will be talking about AI enhanced visuals, part one, and we'll be looking at graphics and infographics. Next month, we'll be looking at videos and audios. If you, I want you to be part of these two series. At the end of this, at the end of each of the series, you'll get a certificate of attendance. So what we will do is toward the end, I will ask you to give us some information, and then we'll send you a link, and immediately you fill your name and your details into that link. In less than 15 minutes, you get your certificate. Um, and that link is only going to be sent to people that attended the webinar. It will not be posted on the group so that people that didn't participate wouldn't be able to sign up and just get the certificate. So it's going to be strictly for the people that attended. A lot of us are familiar with the tools that we use here. So there's the chat icon. Let me just bring this up so we can clearly see. There's a chat icon where you are, if you have a question, you can post it into the Q&A, or you can post it into the chat. That would also be acceptable. If you want to, you can also raise your hands, and then you can react. So that's the primary means of communication as we proceed in all that we'll be doing today. All right, let me pull this away, and then we can start. So oftentimes, I want to start by first creating two scenarios, and one is to cater towards those of us that do research. Um, Maybe you are, irrespective of the position that you occupy in your organization, a student, a teacher, a researcher, as long as you have something that you always love to present, or you have the opportunity to make presentations, then this um, webinar is critical for you because it helps you elevate your presentation. Um, Research has shown that when we are presenting or we are teaching students or making presentation, visuals helps them connect concept to reality, and it serves as a visual cue to help them understand and easily recall what they learn. And apart from that, it also spices up your presentation, make it more interesting, make it more fun to relate to, and it's not as boring as when you have all plain text. Also, one of the pitfalls when we make presentation is that we read through our PowerPoints. It's not supposed to be. If your presenters would want you to read to them, you could as well given them the presentation for them to go home to read. And that's why some people use bullet points, which is good. But again, it's just pure text. Now, these tools that I'm going to show, because it's going to be focused, I want to focus on one tool. Every other tool that you will find will also do something similar, but this one gives you a broad range of things for you to do and a lot of possibility and a lot of options for you to for you to work with. All right, so the first scenario is, let's say you're a researcher. So I'll start with with the scenario of a researcher. So let me pull my let me see. Should have this up now. All right, let's see. Okay, so it's not Chrome. Mm, It's mine. All right. Let me close my WhatsApp so that people don't understand. All right, so I'm going to start, like I said, from you as a researcher. So there are a couple of options for you as a researcher. And a lot of us, we use a lot of AI platforms. So let's say, for example, you want to research on a topic. You're working on a topic or you have something that you want to work on. The first place to start from would be AI platform. Whether you have your lesson notes, whether you have your content already, your materials and everything, you could it could be a URL, a website, it could be a PDF, it could be a Word document, it could be anything. Anything that you use to gather your documents, you can push it into an AI platform and ask it to help you represent it in a PowerPoint format. Now, that is one of the ways that you start off with getting things done. Let me see. I want to use my perplexity. Let me stop my fan. So I'll start with perplexity. This is my most preferred platform when it comes to research. And they just introduced a function called deep research. Deep research for Windows, for Google is Google and ChatGPT charge you $200 a month to have this access to deep research. What deep research does it actually does the research. So you have any topic and you put it in and you select this deep research, it will go over the internet and search for sources. And as it does that, it tells you the steps it is taking. So this is very good. Whether you're a teacher, you're a content creator, whatever you need to do, and you don't have so much knowledge, or you have just peripheral knowledge about them, you can use deep research to help you gather resources and summarize them and give you well-researched material on whatever topic. Then you can take that, let's say you want to make presentation, you can now take that into the same application and say, okay, can you present this to me in a presentation style? And it will do that. Now you have it as a presentation style. You can export it into a Word document. And some of us, you can use Brisk to convert it to PowerPoint, or you can dump it in ChatGPT and ask it to convert it to a PowerPoint, or you can use custom GPTs and let them different PowerPoint presentation app or AI app that can help you convert those things to PowerPoint, and it will still be very text-based. That is where the application we want to work on today comes in. It helps you create stunning visual to represent what you want to present. So I'm going to start with, I want to use deep research. So let's start with, I didn't come with any topic in my mind. So let's just say somebody can suggest any topic and then we can start with that so that you will see how this is not scripted. It is just the possibility that you can get when you are working with. Anybody can type a suggestion, a topic that we would like to research on. Uh,
Morphology,
okay.
morphology. Let's look at morphology.
Sorry?
Morphology.
Morphology. Or you can type it. Okay. The concept of morphology, if I'm not mistaken. Is this what you're saying? Morphology.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Let me first find out what's the meaning of morphology so that we can use that. Um, we can maybe further fine tune the topic. Internal structure of words and forms. Okay. All right. Morphology. Concept of morphology allows you to English as a second language. Please, if you are not talking, just mute it first, please. It's actually distracting. Uh, EDK, can you help me with the option to always mute people? Yeah, EDK, if anybody is on their mic, you can mute it. So the concept of morphology as it relates to English language, English as a second language. So it's going to be research. Then I can tell it to, okay, so it will do the research. I just want to demonstrate this to us so that you see. It's going to start telling you the steps that it is taking in doing your research. You can always open the step. I found some useful information. It will list all the sources it is using, what step it is taking, and it's telling you, okay, I'm currently reading all of these materials. So it does a very deep research, and then it would present a summary of those research to you. So I found several sources that can discuss this. I'm searching through ESL morphology challenge benefits. So it is really very detailed. And I think I decided to start this way so that for those of us that don't know of this feature, we can leverage on it. On ChatGPT, on Google Gemini, it is paid service, and it's very expensive. So it will tell you all the sources that it has gathered. There are 26 sources that it has. It's, now it's 30. So it's doing that very deep research, and it's covering all of those topics. Once it is done, it will now, and you can see that it's telling you the steps that it is taking. So we allow it work, and then after a while, it will present you all of the a summary of all of that research. So whether you're a student or a facilitator in whatever you do, you are able to use this feature to really do deep research. Um, all of the sources it's using is going to list it for you so you can reference those sources in the end when you want to do whatever you want to do. Now, while this is going on, I also want to tell us about um, another feature that Perplexity allows you. It allows you to create spaces. Spaces is like notebook. We've talked about notebook LM in one of our sessions. So you can do the same thing you do on notebook LM on Perplexity, but not as much as notebook LM. For notebook LM, you have to provide it the sources. You'll be the one to provide the source. So one of the ways you can combine those two is that you can use Perplexity to generate all your sources, curate them, and then move them into Notebook LM and further have conversations or interaction with those sources. But now, so it has done all those research. It took 27 steps. If you want to see all the steps that it took, you can see by clicking on this. There are 41 sources. And so it gives you a, a breakdown. So morpheme-based analysis, type of morphological processes, the importance of morphology. So it will do a summary of all of those resources based on those topics. You can continue to engage it as it progresses. So it's really going to do something very deep and very broad in terms of the source. So all of this. So now it's done. Now what you can do is you can copy this now and maybe put it in ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to um, convert it to a PowerPoint presentation style. So what I'll do is I'll copy this because it's deep research. If I ask it to, I can ask it to present the above summary in a presentation, PowerPoint presentation style. Let's see what it will do. So now it's breaking it down as a PowerPoint presentation, subtitles, slide one, slide two, slide three, slide four. So it has done all of that for me. You can also make it, you can tell it to make it much more concise. Whichever way you want to do that, you can start with that. So this is one way to start. Um, you research for your materials, you research for your content, you curate them properly. Now you want to put them into a presentation style. Now, the other thing I was trying to talk about was the spaces that it allows you to use what is called spaces. Spaces is where you can create like a space where you can categorize what you are working on. So, for example, this is one space that I created, TT2 2.0 keynote prep. So everything I'm working on as it relates to the next conference, I put them in this space. And so you can create multiple spaces for yourself and put all your stuff together in one space, just like Notebook. But this is just for research purposes and all of that. So now I go back to my concept of morphology. Now I can copy all of this and put them into a Word document and ask maybe ChatGPT to create a PowerPoint for me. I can put them on Canva and do all the work designed by myself, or I can leverage on something else. So the second scenario is you as a lesson, as a teacher, maybe a K to 12 teacher, lesson plan, lesson notes. You can, whether you've used ChatGPT or whichever platform you've used to generate all of those, then the next thing that both scenarios can do is what I want to show us now. And that application is called Napkin AI. For now, it is full featured and it is free. So you can, I would suggest that you sign up for it. What most of these applications do is the people that are early adopters, either they leave it for them as free or they get discounts. So it's good you adopt early. We'll come back to this, but maybe let me use ChatGPT to prepare a lesson plan on um, right. So I want to prepare a lesson plan for my grade 5 students on the difference between uh, eh, how do you spell between mitosis and neurosis? All right, so um, they also have introduced something. Let me quickly point this out. So AI is trained with data to some extent, but now they are allowing AI also search through the internet. So it searches through the web. If you don't click for it to search through the web, it will only search based on what it has been trained on. And if it has been trained only until 2024, then every reference it makes is for data presented to it until 2024. So that's why most of them they use this technology called RAG. You don't have to bother yourself about that, but it allows it to, apart from leveraging on what it has been trained on, it will also search the internet and then able to get you more relevant or more recent information about whatever it is that you are asking it to do. So I'm asking it to create a lesson plan so it's searching the web and it's doing all those lesson plan. Then the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is just create a lesson notes. All right, so it has finished with the lesson plan. So let's see. Let's let him create a lesson notes for us. All right, so we have those two scenarios, and those are the two things that we would use for what we want to do. Now, I will move over to this one. So The platform is called Napkin AI. It's free, so you just need to type Napkin AI and you click on it. You can get Napkin for free. If you have an account, you can sign in. If you click on the pricing, you will see that it's still in the beta, so everything is $0, and you can do everything that you are able to. Like I used to say, the free version is enough to do most of the things you want to do as an educator. So I'm going to try to uh, get Napkin. Most times you can create an account for yourself or you sign in with Google. So I'm going to sign in with Google because I have my Google account signed into my browser. So I'll click on sign in with Google. If you have more than one, it will ask you to select. So I am going to select this one. And that's all you need to do in terms of registration. It's as simple as that. And then it brings you to the platform itself. If you don't like, so you just answer a few questions for work, for personal use, so for school, for this. And this is just so that it can better tailor content to your specification. Okay, so I'm going to do teacher, presentation, blog. So you can select whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. It's just for me. So this is just for you to know things about your profile and be able to provide you with basic uh, settings. Now, you can see that it's in beta version. That means they're still working on it and it's free. If you don't like the dark mode, you can always switch it to the light mode by clicking on your profile, and then you're able to switch from auto to dark and to light. So I'll put it in light mode. So first is to create, you can click on create. If yeah, the recording will be available. You can click on create. Now there are two ways to create. You can create by generating text directly from it. So we'll start with that, for example. We'll start with allowing it's also an AI platform. We want to start with it, allowing it to generate a content for us. So whatever content I have generated, maybe the lesson plan, maybe the deep research, it doesn't have that deep research capability. So for researchers, you can use other platforms to do your research. Once you're satisfied, you can bring them here for your presentation, whether it's your final project presentation and all of that. So let's start with by generating text using AI. So we can decide to use this sample here, but what I will do is I will go copy the same prompt I gave to ChatGPT to create a lesson plan, uh, write a lesson plan for my grade 5 students. So this one will not be a lesson plan. I want it to write a lesson note. So write a lesson note for my on the difference between mitosis and meiosis. Click on that. So it's going to do the writing for you. This is like a lesson plan. So you could do this and allow it to do the writing, or you could pull your writing across. So we're going to look at the different options to allowing you to do that. So now, once you've done this, then whether what you need to do now starts. So it gives you the opportunity to create visuals. So let's say you want to create visuals by topic, or you want to create visual across different category, different section of your notes. All you need to do first is click on this, and then it will scan through this and present you with different options of visuals. Now, you can scroll through and keep looking for the one that best suits your style or whatever it is that you want. You keep scrolling and you'll be able to see all the visuals. You can click more to be able to see more, and then you scroll. Um, if you select one, let's say, okay, I like this one. let's say I like this one, or depending on whichever one you want, you can select any one. And if you have not found the one you want, you can keep clicking on more until it gets to the point where you are satisfied with any one that you see. So this gives you different visuals to represent whatever it is. So I like this one because it kind of understands this cell division and puts everything in between. So I like this one and I select it. Then it gives me different styles of that particular one that I choose. So maybe I don't like this color. Oh, I like this one, is very colorful. I just click on it and I select it. And immediately, every of these things. So in my presentation, I don't need to write all of this. I can just present this, and then this will be my notes that I presenter's notes. Maybe I have a flashcard, and I begin to talk about every of this process. So it gives you that appealing view. That's one thing you can do. Now I can decide, okay, I want to merge these two together. You just need to highlight it. You can do one section or you can do multiple sections. Actually, you can also do everything by just highlighting all, and you will see that the Thunderbolt icon reflects everything. But now I don't want to do everything. Let's say uh, introduction, I can do the introduction. It will also generate visuals and present it for me. I can see different options, very stunning graphics that you are able to use. So I'm looking at that and I'm able to see different ones. So let's say I prefer this again. I can go in and select um, different colors of the same. When I put it there, it's there. So let's say I want to compare these two. I don't want just one. I want to work on this today. Okay, let's say the key differences. No, that's a table, but let's work on this. I click on that, then it gives me it scans through it and then begins to work on it reads through your text and tries to present it to you in a way that is more visually appealing that you are able to relate with. So you again look at different options that it presents to you. Uh, Click on more. So maybe I like this one. Again, you can choose whichever one you like. Okay, I like this one. And when you click on it, you're able to switch between. Uh, so this is how you do all of this in terms of converting text to image. And this we're starting with first um, using the inbuilt AI that it has to generate the content. Now let's look at what are the other things we can do. When it gives us this image, are they permanent or can we edit? Yes, we can edit. If there are text that it used that didn't properly meet your expectation or didn't follow through the point that you want, you can just double click it and change it. So you can edit the text, you can change the font of each of the text, you can change, you can bold, you can align, and then you can also change individual colors. So if I change this to red, you see, you can change the colors. And then you can also, let's say, I think I want, it gave me five, five division. I want more. I can click on the plus. See, when I click on the plus, it becomes six. Or, oh, five is too much. I can take one away. Once I take one away, it goes away. What else can you do? Apart from every text inside, you can change. You can also, like I said, change their color. You can change the way they appear. Maybe it's the bubble wrap you want, or the square, or you want this. So all of those options are available for you. Another thing you can do on each of the elements, you can also change image. So you click on this, you can change the image within each one, and you can see that the image is changing as it suits you. So everything you can click on, you are able to make changes to them. Everything you can click on, you're able to make changes to them. So if the image does not accurately describe the context or the text that it puts there, you can always change it. You can change the thickness of it or the bright the or the thickness of it. You can change the shape also of it. Now, here also, another thing you can do is here, you can, as I mentioned, everything you are able to do by just clicking on each one and making all those changes that you want. At the bottom here, you can see that there is a label. So you can put a text. You can decide, I want to write the text. And all you need to do is click on the text and then drag it to wherever you want and still be able to type. So you can bring in your own text and say cell division. So you can add text to it apart from the text that it brings to you. You will be also able to make annotations on top of it, whether it's an arrow, all of that you are able to do. You can also change it. Anything you put on or anything that comes on it, you are able to amend them as you wish to your satisfaction. So it gives you all of those options. It doesn't just give you graphics that you are not able to edit. It gives you graphics you can turn it around to whatever suits you. So I'm going to delete this. Um, Also, you can bring in your own image. You can upload your own image if you have specific image. We'll try that out as we proceed. So basically, that is it. Now, um, you can download this image. Maybe before we get to that, you can change the entire background color. So let's say I don't like the background color is white. I can change the background color here to whatever background color I want. Here also, I can change the dimension or the aspect ratio. So if it's a presentation for me, presentation is better in 16 to 19 dimension or 4 to 5, whichever one that suits you, you can always change that. Then here you can still go ahead and change the style. Let's say you have made all the changes that you want, but you still don't like the style. You can still go back and change the style to whatever you want from the option. You know, you've already chose a style, you've already chose a graphics for style, but you are able to also choose sub style in terms of how it presents it, in terms of its color codes and all of that. So let's say I want to change it to this one. So once you change the style, all of your content still remains. It's just the style that changes. Now, you are also able to download. So it gives you the option to download, see the way it is. You can download one image. You can download it as a PNG. A PNG is a graphic file. So you can download it as a PNG and put it on your own, excuse me, PowerPoint presentation. If you want to change the background of the color, you can change it. It's dark. You want to on or off the background, you can do that. You want to do resolution, depending on what you want, and then you can download directly. So that's downloading one image from the what you created. So everything I have shown you on this particular image, you are able to do it on this other one too. Now, another thing that I want to show that I didn't show is that Spark Search. If you click on this, you are able to search uh, for, let me use it on. So let's say I want to search for an icon, a man icon, the icon of a man, and it gives me this option by just hitting the down arrow. I'm able to change. Okay, let me drag it down. So I'm able to uh, look for any icon. So let's say I prefer this one. I just hit enter, and that icon is there for me. I can put it wherever I want. So you have the ability to design as much as you want. And it's just a function of what do you want to do and if you know exactly how to go about it. But this gives you that opportunity to do quite a number of things that uh, whether it's ChatGPT or any other presentation platform that you've worked with so far, even Canva doesn't give you this much flexibility on what you can do and how you can do those things. Um, so this is also what you can. So with the Spark, you can search for different things. Let's say I want to search for a house. Uh, it gives me different kind of houses. So again, you can use that to spice up your uh, your presentation. So let's say this one is talking about cell. Let's look for cell. So science, bacteria. You can see different kind of icon to represent cell. Red blood cell. So I can choose the red blood cell. I'll take this one out. And then I'll put. So and even this, you are able to change the color. So you can also change the color. You can change the thickness and the brightness. Uh, so all of that possibility is available for you. So I talked about being able to download it, being able to um, being able to download it as images. Sometimes you can just download that one single one, and then it's enough for you to put into your presentation. But let's say you want to. Another benefit of this is that whatever you have done here, you can actually present it still. So overall, also you can come to here, and then you want to let's see, you want to share, you can download all of this as a PDF. So let's say I have all of these images. I can use this as my presentation, for example. So I download it as a PDF. I want it to be in the presentation style. So let's see how it looks like. So I'll click on exporting. It's going to export the entire thing into a PDF for me. I'll open that. Sorry, take it out. So this is it as a PDF. Uh, and the beauty of PDF also is that you can convert PDF to PowerPoint presentation. So you can get all your stuffs from whatever way you want to generate your content, put it in, put graphics to it, and then present it and convert it to a PowerPoint presentation directly by exporting it out as a PDF. So for me, I have I have a PDF tool. I can just click on sorry. Okay, so I can do this. I can export PDF as a PowerPoint presentation. If you have, so I can export PDF as a PowerPoint presentation. Let's see how that export will look like. I'll put it in my download, and then so it's converting it to a PowerPoint, and then let me open the PowerPoint so that you can see. Now, so this is the PowerPoint of this same application, this same lesson plan that we worked on. PowerPoint is now responding. All right, so this is it. It has helped me convert it into a PowerPoint presentation. Another thing with PDF, with the benefit of exporting it as a PDF, is that with PDF you can also um, export it as image. You can let me see. So I can export it as image, save as export as image. When I export as image, it puts everything in a folder, different image. Then I can take that, open a blank PowerPoint, and just copy and paste, or maybe on Canva, I copy and paste, and I'm able to put those into the presentation that I need to do. All right, so that's using directly um, the AI content creator on Napkin AI. That's what we just did. Now, so the next option that we will work on is, let me bring this up. So I have done that. Now here I see my library because I have created one. It puts it in my library. I can also from the library with the ellipses, I can duplicate, I can download as PDF, or I can delete this napkin. So that's on that library. For the first time you use napkin, you won't see this because you're just creating content. So after you've created your first content, then you have the library option. Then the next thing is you see here, new napkin. So I can click on new napkin. So the one we tried earlier was draft with AI. The next one now is starting with a blank napkin. So you click on blank and then you give it a name. You can give it a name. So this one, I am going to go and copy the contents that we generated from Perplexity, the deep research that we did on Perplexity. So I will go to Perplexity review. All right, so uh, I could copy the presentation style if I want, or I can just copy a section. For example, again, you could use it. Maybe you see an article online that is very good and you want to work on, you want to present on it, or it captures your thought process and you want to visualize it and make your presentation. You can copy a part of that text. So I'm not going to copy everything because of time. So I'll just copy these two sections. Uh, so I'm copying because I started from a blank text. I will paste it. Immediately I do that, you will see the spark icon and I can immediately begin to work. So I can, like I said, you can highlight everything and you are able to create one single diagram from the entire content. But maybe that might not be suitable for you. So you click on every section. And it understands the sections too because it begins to break it down according to section. You click on this and then it generates and then you will not be able to do two at the same time because it works one by one. uh, Now you can see different graphics again. What it does, it looks through the content and tries to understand it and then represent it in graphical form as best as it could. So let's say I like this style. Again, you can scroll down to different style, different styles that it presents to you. You can click on more. Like I said, everything that we've done earlier, you can do with that. So I click on this. I prefer and I selected this. Then we go to the next one, and then spark that too. It generates. I think I like this one. Again, the images are very lovely that it produces for you. You don't have to spend time like you would do on Canva searching for graphics to use. This just gives you one way you'll be able to just immediately see it. So I select this one and then I can get here. Maybe I'm not satisfied with this particular style. You can say, okay, I prefer, okay, so I still prefer this one. So this is example of bringing content in. So we've talked about generating the content directly by yourself by using the AI platform on it. Then the second one is bringing in your content. So let's say, for example, I'm the presenter. I can decide. Let me see if I delete this. What happens? So I delete that. This is my first slide, and then I delete this. So these are my slides. I can now decide, okay, so I can change this one. Let me see I can change this one to presentation style. Then I change this one to presentation style. Again, you can also make all the changes. Like I said, you can add more, and then you'll be able to edit all the elements. Everything we talked about, you'll be able to do. Another thing you can do with this work is you can collaborate with people. It gives you the opportunity to collaborate. So I can share if you know somebody, but this has to be if you want to collaborate, there are two ways. Just like for those of us that are in the Google education class, we've talked about sharing. So you click on this, you share. You can say anyone with the link can view. So if I copy this link and send it to anybody, they will be able to view my presentation. So that's also a way to carry your crowd across. You can say, okay, everybody has a laptop, right? So that um, they are able to view it, download it, and you don't have to deal with sending them presentation at the end of the day. If you want them to view and go through your presentation before your presentation day, you can also give them this link and say they can only view. You can also change it and say anyone with the link, anyone with the link can comment or can edit and share. So that gives you all of these options. But the thing is, if I send you the link and I ask you to view, you can view. If I ask you to comment or edit, you have to have a napkin account. So that's why it's better for collaboration purpose. The best way is for both of you or the people you're collaborating with to have napkin account and they'll be able to collaborate. Again, you can download directly using the PDF option. So you can share accordingly. And then you can also share by giving specific people access. So you know that they have um, a napkin account, so you can give them access. So let's say you can type their email address and then just give them access and send it to them. Uh, so that's that about access. Now, if you're collaborating on something, you can write a comment and say and just say, okay, this so person that has already been so person that you have given access to, can you make can you edit this part, for example, and then you comment. So when the person comes in, he's going to see that comment. And once he or she is done, she can click on the mark icon that, okay, I'm done. This has been resolved, and that comment list. So that collaborative feature is also part of this. Um, so I have we've gone through this. Now let's look at the picture part. I want to import an image. You can copy and paste an image. You can drag and drop, but I'd like to upload. So let's say I want to upload a picture of myself, for example. So I put a picture of myself. Um, yeah, so this is me, and now I want people to see me at the end of my presentation. So again, everything we talked about you can do. So I'm going to download this one as a PDF. Um, Presentation style, I'll export it. Then we'll see how it looks like in presentation. This is just one use case of why you might want to bring in pictures. There might be other reasons why you want to bring in pictures. So this is the first page of my presentation. Then this is the next page of my presentation. This is the third page of my presentation. Um, so again, these are just bullet points, but rather than just having single bullet points, you're having graphic-based, visually appealing bullet points while you make your presentation. Your presentation is actually supposed to be just points for you to guide your conversation as you present. And then at the end, you can put your picture. So whatever you put in, you can also export out. All right. So now I would use the last option to also talk about one more thing in terms of the design. Uh, so we've looked at this. If I go back to my library now, I'll see the two contents that I have created. Now, the third one is importing from a file. So To practicalize this, I am going to pick the, let me see, we did a lesson plan and then we did a lesson notes. So I'm going to copy the lesson notes that we did with ChatGPT. Oops. So let's copy that lesson note. Then I open a Word document. In my Word document, oh, sorry, this is taking time. Okay, so all right, I open a blank Word document and then it's coming. No, no one's got that. All right, so I pasted this. This is what we copied directly from. So this is what I copied. So I would say save this on my desktop. Save say lesson notes. Okay, it's on my download Word document. All right, so I have it on my download. Okay, so it's in my download. Now we'll go back to this. It allows you support doc, PDF, PowerPoint. And so if you have a PowerPoint that you prepared, you can pull the PowerPoint here and use this platform to further enhance your PowerPoint. I don't have a sample PowerPoint. Maybe I can get, but let's look at Word document first. So I want to create a new one, but I want to import a file. So I'll pull my Word document that I just created and bringing them in. So it's going to process it. Content. Let me see. Why is that a okay? Let me let me save it as PDF. I'll see if it will pull. Uh, I'll save it as PDF. Change format PDF. All right, let's pull it up as a PDF. Okay. So this is it as a PDF. On the screen. All right, so this is it as a PDF. Let's see if it will pull that up. Okay. All right. Napkin, import from a file, I'll browse, see the PDF, it's processing it. All right, so now if I go to my library, it's called it untitled. If I click on it, it's going to load exactly what I have in my PDF. Another thing, let me try something else. It's the same thing, but I'm going to try and pull up another document. It's a PDF too, but this is a no. It was okay. This is a CV, for example. Let's see what it will make another CV. So that just tells you that whatever kind of content you want to bring in, you'll be able to bring them in so long as it meets that criteria. That it's a Word document. All right, so this is the CV uh, that just that was brought in. But let's look at the lesson notes. So this is our lesson note that we pulled in. I think maybe we'll do one PDF, one PowerPoint, and see how we can enhance PowerPoint with it since we still have time. So here I can again do the same thing. Let's look at the stages of mitosis and meiosis. So it gives you multiple options to get your content in. One is to use AI to generate it. Two is to create a blank one, copy and paste your text into it. Then three is to um, upload your file into it. It will read through the file, copy out the text in it, and then work with it. So, oh, I like this one. Different cell division stages by different style. And so you can choose whichever style you want. I choose this one. Again, everything we've talked about that we've demonstrated from the two prior options still are applicable to this. I'm just showing us the different options to bring content into the platform. Now, one more thing I would like to show before we try out the PowerPoint is you can also create your own style. You can bring in your own style. Oops, so I changed it to that. So you are able to bring in your own style. So it has, these are the different kinds of style it has. That whatever style you bring, it gives you this different color combination, color code. If, for example, there's one that you don't always want, you don't like it, because any styling, any category style it brings to you, it gives it to you in these different ways: bright, refined, forever classic, sketchy line. So let's say, for example, me, I don't like this forever classic. I can just uncheck it. I can uncheck it. So it will not bring that to me anymore in my design if I uncheck it. So anyone I uncheck, anytime I select a design, it will not bring that style to me when I select a design. Uh, so this is uh, how this works. Now you can create your own style. To do that, you have to create a color palette. I think that one you might need to watch video. If you have specific design, maybe your company or your school has a brand color, brand logo, brand style, you can get your graphic designer, sorry, to give you the color palettes. You bring it in, and then once you apply it, any content it creates, any design it creates, it gives you the option to select your own color palette. So let's say you have a company and you're like, for example, my school is orange and gray, and we have a specific color palette. We can import that in. And so any graphic, any design it gives us, we can apply our own color palette to further customize it to our brand. Again, that's if you are a brand manager or you work in an organization that is particular about their branding. But if you're a teacher that just wants good graphics, you don't really need to create your own stuff. I think the last thing I would like to do is let's see if I can get a PowerPoint presentation somewhere that we can see how it will look like if we import it in. Uh, okay, so I'll go to Canva. Uh, Maybe I'll go to Canva and see if there are things we can just download the PowerPoint presentations. We can just um, let's see. Okay, I'll choose a presentation. Let's see like this start back. So this is a presentation that I just made in Canva. Um, so the beauty of this platform above Canva is that once Canva give you one thing on the page, It doesn't give you the option to quickly change it. You have to go come here to elements and try to change it. It works similarly, but not as efficiently or easy to use with more options like Napkin AI. So let me download this, and then we can. I'm just going to download it as a PowerPoint, 10 pages. So it's downloading. Then we'll bring this already made PowerPoint presentation into Napkin AI, then we'll see how it is. So that for those of us that are using Brisk or any other application to generate PowerPoints directly from our lesson plan, then we can leverage that directly here. PPT. And I think maybe I'll do one more from Brisk so that we can see how it looks like in Brisk. All right, so I'm going to click on Napkin, import from a file. It's a PowerPoint. Let's see if that would work. Where's the PowerPoint? It is this one. Then I upload. PPTX. Click to browse. Yes, it's a PPTX. 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 Or maybe because it has a lot of diagrams. Again, okay, so it's not working. Let me look for one that is less. Let's take the diagrams out, for example. Okay, I'll just do 2 pages. Let's see. Let's say I do 3 pages, but I remove, take out the diagrams. Let's see if that will allow it to take it. Take out the diagrams. Okay, share, download, PPT, page 1 to 3. PPT 2. So go import the browse. Okay, I think this one will work. Maybe because it's for that it has a lot. Oops. Okay. Oh, let's see if we can create. Let me look for Brisk. I want to use Brisk on this website. Just this. Okay, let's take this one, and then I'll Brisk it on sign. If you've not used Bricks before, Bricks is a good tool to use. So you can use it with any website. So I want to create a presentation from this YouTube, and I'm going to say grade 5, 10 slides. So let's take 4 slides. This will work with YouTube video that has transcripts mostly. So it's going to listen to it or read through the transcript. I will add it to be without image. Let's see, and then let me create it. Oh, these guys have more templates now. I'll click on no formatting. Let's just see how. So Brisk is going to create the PowerPoint, but it's going to put it in my Google Drive because he works with Power presentation slides. Pick it up. Okay, so this is the presentation that Brisk is making. So this is purely text. Let's see if this purely text-based presentation will work with Napkin. This is what I want. So I'm going to download it as a PowerPoint, uh, Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'm downloading it as a Microsoft PowerPoint. Six. That's downloaded. Let me open it and see. So this is how it looks like in PowerPoint. All right. Now the next thing is we go to Napkin AI and see if that would work. If it works, that means your PowerPoint is purely text-based. Okay. Got it. Um, uh, Download this here. Here's the last one. Okay, so I will. It's also so we can drag and drop. So instead of going through that. So, okay, this is it. So I'm opening it. If this works, okay. So it works with purely text-based PowerPoint presentation. Not it shouldn't have too many images. So this is our text-based PowerPoint presentation, which is what we just brought out from Google Slide. Might as first page, second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page. So this is a very bland, non-appealing PowerPoint presentation. But if you put it into um, this, it just helps you create very stunning presentation, just like we have seen. So I think uh, this works fine for us. So in for you to be able to bring them in, they have to be the PowerPoint has to be purely text-based or with very minimal um, graphics. So if it is text-based, it will automatically bring it in. And so you are able to create stunning graphics to support what you are doing. So let's say I pick this, then I go to the next one. It works on that. So we're going to compare these two PowerPoint presentations now to see which one do you think is more appealing and will make your class even more engaging. Uh, okay, so this is generating. All right. Look at. Okay, so I'll take this one and this. Uh, so I'll take this one. Then this finally the last one. Okay, so I'll take this one. So what I was saying is, okay, so why mitosis? Mitosis help you grow and replace damaged cells. So if these are, I have one, two, three, four, 5 points here, and here there are also 4 points. And if it does not capture all my points, I can, like we mentioned, I can add one more to make it five. I can change this to reflect exactly what is written here. Then after I've made those changes, I can just easily delete all of this. I can easily delete all of that because they are just bullet points. They are supposed to guide my conversation, and my conversation is already been there. So I can copy this. This slide is talking about key differences. So I can copy this and say, okay, key differences. This slide is talking about starting points, the deployed. I can copy that and change this. Oops. Oops. So I can put text also and just say starting point, undo, 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 undo. So I can eventually delete all of the content and okay, I'll bring this back here. So I'll delete this, and then I'll delete this. So if I say this is introduction, I can copy that and say, okay, this one has to be introduction. All right, so I'll delete this. I can actually also do, so this is my title. I can add any image I want to the beginning of my title. So I have done this. Mm, oh, delete that. So I have this image. Um, I download them as PDF. Presentation start. Okay, so I would open the two PDFs. I'll open this as a PDF. I would let me put it halfway this way so that we can see. And then there's the PowerPoint that we open this very blank PowerPoint and I put it side by side. So this, then this is this. All right, so this is the same PowerPoint, same content, but you can see that this is much more appealing. This is the next page. Then this is this page. This is the next page. This is this page. This is the next page. This is this page. These are just things that we did very randomly and very quickly, but you can always spend more time on this and be able to convert your presentation into graphics that are more appealing, that you'll be able to have better presentations. So now, just to round up, what we've done today is we used normal AI platform to create content, convert them into PowerPoint presentation style. Then we came into Napkin AI, where we did what we create content on Napkin AI using the generative AI part of it to create our content, and then we converted them to graphics. Then the next option was that we created with a blank napkin. We copied our content and we brought them in. And then the last was that we also have content that are already prepared on PDF, on Word, and on PowerPoint. We brought them in and then make those changes. So this is a very good tool that I thought is good for us to leverage on to be able to prepare all of those things. And sometimes you might just the way I use it sometimes is just I just go there, create the image, download it, delete because I'm not looking at creating the entire PowerPoint. I have a graphic presentation I want to make. I just go here and do the design, download it, and then that's it. I don't have to necessarily store everything here. And even if you want to start it, if you want to create your entire PowerPoint presentation on it, you can create it, download it as a PDF, convert it to PowerPoint presentation. All right, so that's where we would end this today. I would leave room for every one of us to ask questions, and then we can begin to round up. So, any question? I still see Hawa, your hands are still raised.
Yes.
Do we have? Okay, so what's your question?
Okay, thank you for today's training. We have learned a lot. But my question is this. I teach in a primary school, and sometimes the textbooks we use are not soft copy. Now, if I want to create my lesson plan, how can I use the textbook? What do you suggest I do with the textbook? And then we have a particular kind of template that we use for our lesson planning. So how can this help me, the AI help me to use the school template and the hard copy to create a lesson plan within a short period of time?
All right.
And then
So,
the second question,
okay, go ahead.
okay, the second question is that most times when I create content with the AI and I uh, copy it and paste it on a document, it comes out with those asterisks. Is there anything I can do to take it out, or it's part of what I need to do to edit my work?
So, AI platform that are integrated to your Google provides you the best result when it comes to their output. So if you have to go to the AI platform and copy it and paste it, it might not be well formatted. But there are some, like for example, Brisk. When you create a content from Brisk, it automatically puts that content in Google Sheets or Google Docs, so well formatted. For ChatGPT and the likes, you have to copy it and paste it. If it's not well formatted, then you format it yourself. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Now, in answering the second question about you have textbook, AI is good in reading text or anything from an image, and I want to show you an example. So let's say this is here you say that see this is ChatGPT. There is create image. This is just updated. So I can you can upload something from your computer. Let's look for an image from my computer. Let me see. So I upload this image. I can say it. Let's see if this will work. So I'm asking it to create an anime, just like a cartoon from my own image. Let's see. So I give it an image and ask it to create a cartoon. What you can do is you can take a picture of your lesson notes, upload it. You can take a big picture of the textbook, upload it, and ask it to extract the content of that lesson notes. AI will do that. It will copy out all the text inside. Um, it's able to do that. So that way you have a textbook that you cannot write out. You can take a picture of it, put it in the AI, and ask it to what is it? Copy, tell you export take out what it's written in that image, and it will be able to do that for you. Or you can even ask it to replicate the lesson plan in that image. It will do that for you. So that way you have that. Then if you have a template, you can also ask it to present this lesson plan according to this template, and it will be able to do that. So that those are easy ways you can work around this. But AI understands image, they can read image, they can read through image. This is taking time, but it's beginning to design it. So it's converting my face to a cartoon because I told it create an anime from this image. See, it might take some time, but you're beginning to see it come up. Uh, and maybe I'll use this one as my profile picture actually once it comes up. So that's an answer to your question. AI reads image, copy, take a picture. I can do another example now while this is working. Um, I'm going to write a mathematical expression and take a picture of it and ask it to solve it. So I'm going to ask 2x raised to power 2 plus 3x. I don't know. See, that's what is, you can see what is creating from my image. All right, so let me do something. This one, you can see. So this is the image I gave it. You can see this is the picture I gave it. I asked it to create an animate from this image and look at what it creates. I think it pretty much looks like me anyways. But but this is an example of what AI can do for you. So now I'm on my phone, um, and I I I wrote a formula on a piece of paper, and I want you to solve it. So, um, I'll bring it up exactly in the chat now. Uh, all right, so let me refresh this so that it can come up. So new chat. This is what I just gave to it. Can you see this image? I wrote 2x raised to power 2 plus 3x equal to 18. I took a picture of it and I asked it, solve this equation. And it read the word inside of it and immediately solved it. The equation in the image appears to be, oh, it's a 9x plus 3x equal to 18. Um, but I wrote 2x plus because it doesn't understand my writing. So it twisted it, but I can actually correct it and say, no, it is 2x raised to power 2. Uh, so bottom line is it reads image and it's able to work on it. So if you have a textbook, you can either scan it, take a picture of it, upload it, and whatever instruction you give it is able to do it. All right, the next person, let me just look at names one by one. All right, so Elijah, let me ask you a question.
Very well, sir. I want to
Elijah,
appreciate the good job you're
yeah,
doing. Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah,
All right. I want to appreciate this teaching. Thank you for this session. I've already dropped my question on the chat, although let me just ask you direct. I was asking, I said, like me, I'm in the mathematics department, and I understand you were trying to show one now where you wrote a quadratic equation. Can you hear me, please?
yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you wrote a quadratic equation and you were expecting it to interpret it, the AI was giving you entirely something else. So, but like for us in the mathematics department, how do we even make use of the napkin AI? Like I noticed too when we're trying to export a what's it called a PowerPoint on the napkin, and I would have wished if we can export as well a PDF because I know most times our mathematics content are in PDF to avoid those formula being rearranged or scattered. So how do we
Yeah.
maneuver our way? We have mathematical symbols and diagrams. Thank you.
So for the napkin AI, what we've done today is export as PDF. We imported PDF, we exported PDF. So whatever you have on a PDF, you can export. Okay, so let me look for a PDF online that has mathematical expression. Um, let's say mathematics questions in PDF. All right, I'll take this one. This is a question. So let me download it as PDF. This is a maths question. I just went online. Let me download it. I hope it won't ask me to pay. Uh, I'll just sign up. So we can try and see how. Uh, okay, download a free trial. People are not serious. There's always a way around. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot of it. It's a math question. I'll take a screenshot of it and convert the screenshots to PDF. So this is uh, this guy Yeah, let's look for another one. So I copy this. Let's say I copy this up to here. And you see, this is actually I dragged it into Google and it's because Google also has AI now. Google Search also has Gemini here and it's doing this. But that's not what I want to do. I wanted to, okay, this is fresh. So I'll copy this. It's not allowing download, but let me do up to page question 3, and then I will see if I can save it as PDF um, on my desktop. Okay, I'll open it. Let me open with PDF. So I'll open it with Acrobat Reader and solve it and save it. Then we'll put it in Napkin AI and see how Napkin AI will see it. So I've opened it as a PDF and I'm going to save it as PDF. So nice. All right, so if I go to my download, where is it? Okay, this is it. This is it in PDF. Now let's go to Napkin AI and see what it will make out of that. Import from a file. It's a PDF. Look at it. Let's see what it will do with that. Okay, so it's not recognizing the text inside of it. But let's take it to let's put it on ChatGPT and see if ChatGPT will also um, recognize what it is inside. So I'm asking it to, oh, I finished my points. I'm on the free one. Okay, I finished my points. I'm on the free one. Let's see if I can see the image. So I'm asking you to write out the equations in this. Let's see if it will write it out. So I ask you to write out the equation in this file. So it's trying to write it out. Uh, and then we're going to compare what you wrote out with what it is. I think it's getting it very accurately because it's just reading it directly. So let me bring the PDF, let me bring the image out, and then we can compare. So this is what it wrote, and this is the image itself. You can see, evaluate this. Yeah, it got it perfectly. So the other time is that my writing was quite blurry, but if you see what we wrote out, what we gave it in the image is exactly what it wrote out. So now I can copy this. Let's see that if I copy this and put it in a Word document, let's see how it will look like in a Word document, because that's often where the challenge is. Okay, so in a Word document, it gets completely messed up. Um, that's the challenge. So yeah, uh, let me see if I copy this and paste it into napkin. Let's see what it will look like on a blank napkin. Yeah, it also messed it up. Yeah. Well, maybe what I can do a little bit of research to see how one can properly represent maths on when you copy it from ChatGPT to a Word document. But on ChatGPT, it's properly written. You can see. I hope that provides some context to the questions. Um, Non-so, I'll just non-so. I'm going to All right. So
Hello, can you
the
hear me, sir?
videos, yeah, I can hear you. Let's just
Okay.
4 more minutes because yeah, go ahead.
I want to speak concerning the question Madam Hawa asked. I just want to contribute a bit, to what she said, because I noticed also that certain educators face this issue. Like maybe they have a note on ground, and they want chat, AI to help them generate a lesson plan out of the notes which they have written out on maybe their exercise book, as usually the case is, maybe a note that they've written out and they want to generate, you know and I've noticed that sometimes there are challenges that are faced. For example, I remember there was a time I used Magic School and I put the image, I snapped it, as you said, put the image to Magic School to try and generate a lesson note from it. And it struggled, man. It was like, I can't really, please try and insert a PDF instead. So I kind of connect with what she's saying, but there was this workaround, I was able to find out concerning some of kind of um those kind of notes. All right, there's this app called Text Scanner. um yeah, Text Scanner. It's on App Store, so that whatever you snap rather from your lesson note or your note, whatever, you can take it, you can put it in that Text Scanner, use it to map out the place you want it to capture, and the Text Scanner will rip out the text in a digital format. Sometimes it hardly makes mistakes. Sometimes it will make some mistakes depending on how clear your writing is. And with that document, you can now more or less save it as a Word document or PDF, which is much clearer, and now upload it as an attachment to whatever AI steez you want to use to generate, the lesson plan from. So I know it was something that, I demonstrated to a few people and they were very grateful to it. And I feel like it's something that can also help, particularly for those that, yes, that's it, man. The one with T, with the blue
Yeah.
T and the
So
scan text. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, I
you
think the
can more or
technology
less,
it uses is called
use it to,
OCR.
most times it works well if the handwriting is decent, you get. And so I don't want to talk too much because I know you need to rest. So that's just what I wanted to share. That's all. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. I think this will work. So it uses the same technology that AI uses to identify images. So you can download it. If your writing is clear enough, using your phone to take a picture and put it in will suffice. But this can also help digitizing manual handwritten documents. All right, we need to call it a day now because the Google class training starts in another 15 minutes. But there are about 42 of us in this conversation today, which is quite interesting. What I want us to do is each one of us, can we take time in our chat, just write your email address in the chat. So every email address that is written in the chat, we will send you the link for the for the certificate. Just write your email address, please, a valid email that we can send. notification so please put your email address there, and then you will, by tomorrow we'll send you an email. You'll be able to, and then always check your email on the group. I will post it there that the email has been the links have been sent out to participants. Please, it's just two things you need to put your full name as you want it to be on the certificate, and then your email address. Uh, and then the system will generate your certificate and send it to you in almost immediately. So thank you, everyone. Next
Excuse
month
me,
we'll be
please.
having, yeah.
Yes, for me, I
Go
cannot
ahead.
chat. So I don't know how to send my email and my full name.
Okay, so everybody, a lot of people are chatting. No, I don't need your full name. I just need your email
Same
address.
here, sir. I cannot also start.
Yes, same
Okay,
here too. I cannot also chat.
okay, hold on. I'll give you my.
You cannot chat, but
Okay.
I had to use my phone. If you are using a laptop, you won't be able to chat. But if you are using your phone,
People
you'll
are
be able
using
to
laptop
chat.
and chatting.
Yes, I'm using laptop.
I'm using my phone, but I cannot chat.
Okay. So that's fine. But can you all see my screen?
Yes, I can
Yes,
see
we
your
can.
screen.
We can.
Okay,
Yes.
so I will put.
Yes.
I'll put. So you can send your email address to this WhatsApp chat, this WhatsApp number.
Okay.
And you have to do it today because if you don't do it after today, I will assume it's somebody that gave somebody else's the information and they get sent to me. So you have to do it now. Um, Again, if you end the call, even after the call ends, you can still go into the chat and still leave your message. But yeah, let's just do that. I'm expecting that I will be able to get
Sir,
yeah.
if we have sent it here, should we send it still on the WhatsApp? Because I have a problem
No,
with
no,
my
no, no, no,
WhatsApp.
no. The only people that should send on WhatsApp is the people that can chat. If you can chat, just
Oh,
type it in, please, so
okay,
that
thank you.
my WhatsApp will not be bombarded with email addresses. All right, so please send your email and the link should be sent directly to you. Um, Most of us are using Gmail, so it will ask you it will collect your Gmail address and ask you to just fill the form, and then the process will be automated and you'll be able to get your certificate like 2 to 3 minutes after you submit. You check your email, you get a PDF copy of the certificate. All right, so I'll see you guys next month for the TTC. Um, there's going to be another one next month. Let's see. Okay, so there'll be another one on, it's not this one. Okay, at the last Saturday of next month, we'll have another one. And if you are interested in the Google Certified Educator training, the next batch, the registration will start on 15th of April. It will be posted in the group chat, and then we can all sign up. There's also going to be a limited number of spaces, so please um, just fill that up as quickly as possible. All right, I'm going to end the meeting now. I would stop recording. The recording will be posted. We'll process it and then post it on YouTube, and then everyone can go watch it.